Hello, good to see you again. Or actually, it's probably a lot of new people because I'm doing this for CMON now. They've very kindly asked me to do some videos for them. My pleasure. And our first video, this video, is for a project called Mordred. Very loosely based on Arthurian legends and Camelot and stuff like that. My take on it, really. And yeah, they've asked me to show my process for doing one of the covers, one of the box covers. And this one is the cover featuring the character called Morgana, who's quite a major character in the game and one of my favourites as far as concepts go. You join me at the stage where I've almost finished the pencil stage, and you'll see me finishing this stage. And then as we jump into the next, I'll let you know what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be using, my techniques, stuff like that. And you'll be following me all the way through to the finished thing. I don't think I've done that before, not with an official project anyway. So it's all new, all good, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks very much. Okay, so tools of the trade for this stage. Pencil. This is going to be painted, traditionally painted. You can probably hear my chihuahua walking about. Just ignore her, I'm trying to. Yeah, sometimes I'd use ink before painting, but in this case it's pencil because even though this all looks like it's on the same level, so to speak, the background is going to be pushed right back in the finished thing. It's going to be quite pale and sort of, I'm going to be doing a wash of watercolor over it eventually. But the center is going to be more fully painted and with more depth and shadow. So I'm sticking with pencil so the lines don't override the watercolor too much at the end. You'll see what I mean later. Yeah. And because of that, this pencil stage is actually carrying a lot of the work, so it's quite important. I keep it clean, get all the details that I want at the end there at this stage. So I was going to say monotonous, it's not at all, I love it, but it takes time. But this is the real bones of the work, so it's important that this is done right. And I start from left to right so I don't smudge stuff. And you might see that I started with blue lines to start with, just a rough guide, rough shapes for me to work into. A guide, really. I do that with most of my work. Even though it's quite a linear drawing, it's because I need these lines to work underneath, just some washes. A lot of the shading's done with a pencil as well, so time consuming, but it'll pay off at the end. Later on I'll show you an example. I might show you another cover I've done. I've had to do a few covers for this project. Yeah. And this here, for those interested, this is the concept I did of Morgana, this character, quite a while ago now. This is actually a very similar process, but coloured digitally rather than traditionally, which I'll be doing with this. Okay, so I'll crack on with this. Hope you enjoy the process. I do. And I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Okay, so yeah, that's the hard work done. Getting all the details down, things like that. Mostly details, it is very detailed, this one. But you'll see why the lines are important as we go along. In fact, I'll show you an example of a previous cover and how I hope this will turn out. This is a cover from the same project, Mordred, and this was all basically, as I've done here, and then I've done this watercolor wash over the line to give it the feel I want, and in the center is the final stage that's done in acrylic gouache rather than watercolor for more sort of heavy depth. So yeah, that's the plan. So that's why I've done all those drawings, because it works for me. So all it'll be is one colour, raw umber I think it is. Yeah, raw umber, watercolour, and I'll be, as you'll see, following the lines that I've already drawn, a little bit of shading here and there, and then it'll be the next stage. It's good to be methodical with big projects like this. It stops you going mental. So that's me. Hope you're still enjoying it. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Hello again. Right, so that bit's done. I'll be returning to that later for a few little touches. The next stage is blocking in the colour on the central character, and I'll be using gouache for this, sort of acrylic gouache, which is a bit more water resistant, a bit thicker. Help it stand out against the background and be more sort of jewel-like. Anyway, hopefully. So, yeah, straight onto that. First of all, block it in. This is when it starts to look sort of ugly and unfinished and worrying, but then you've got to push through that into the next phase. Anyway, here goes. Thanks very much. Right, phew. Believe it or not, that was about 5 days' work. Yeah, and that was quite quick for me, for a job like this anyway. Medieval sort of style painting, very slow and intricate, but sometimes if you need to get an effect that you want, you have to put the hours in, so that's what I've done. Anyway, I'm very happy with it. This is one of a few covers for this project, Mordred. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this, or I don't know when it's out, but it's been about 3 years in the making as far as I'm concerned. In fact, probably longer as far as I'm concerned. But it's been a good project. It'd have to be to keep me that interested for that long. And who knows, we may come back to it later. But anyway, it's done. So, recap on what I've done for any young artists out there, or anyone who's interested. Watercolor after the drawing, and in the center was acrylic gouache, which is kind of like watercolor, but when it dries it's sort of waterproofish, so you can work over the top, layer it up, which I did with the center, which also makes it stand out more from the background. So I've managed to have a very detailed background without it overpowering the central figure, which was the brief. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Thank you very much for CMON for letting us do this for them. We do appreciate it, and we look forward to doing many more. And here comes my little buddy. In fact, come here. Goblin, come here. Yep. So, thanks again, and yeah, as I said, hopefully see you again soon. I'm pretty sure we will. This could be a regular thing for us. That'll be fun. Keep watching. Subscribe. Thanks.